Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make 3 of these simple farmhouse fall DIYs. Okay guys, so here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some paint in whatever color you choose, and painting is optional. I just chose to do it. I'm actually kind of winging this DIY, trying to come up with some inspiration, and yeah, this is what I came up with. You're also gonna need some fall leaves, some fruit, some of the Excelsior from Dollar Tree, some pine cones, a little foam, and like a foam plate or something to mix your paint on, and some of these garden picks, and some copy paper to use as filler, and some sort of container. Okay guys, so what I'm doing is taking some of that paint that I use, and it's all chalk paint, and just kind of going over some pine cones that I picked up out of my yard. I just wanted to add a little bit of color and sort of a little highlight to the pine cones. I just didn't want them to be just plain old boring pine cones. But again, this is optional. You can leave them just as they are, but I kind of wanted to just give them a little flair, if you will. Okay, so now that my pine cones have dried, I am throwing in some crumpled up copy paper. That's why we needed the copy paper for the filler, to sort of fill in some of the space in the containers. These containers I got from my job before they closed, but Dollar Tree has, of course, the galvanized buckets that look like these, so you can definitely use those and paint them. These were already this color, which I was so grateful for that. And right here, I'm actually putting in a piece of foam, and then covering up everything with some of the Excelsior. I put the foam in because it's gonna hold the pick once we stick the pick in, because if you just stuck it in with the paper, it'd probably tip over, fall off, and stuff like that. So the foams is just an anchor for the garden pick. So I've spread out the Excelsior to use it as sort of a base for the pine cones, and I'm just picking up the loose ends. It could tend to be a little messy, so I'm just picking up the little pieces and tossing it in. So now I'm just arranging the pine cones in the container. You can, do this as haphazardly as you want, or as organized as you want, but I just wanted to look random, as if you were in a nice little shop and you were purchasing pine cones and you were choosing them. So now I'm just spreading out a little bit more of the Excelsior to sort of fill in the spaces, and now I'm going to add some of the fall leaves. These came from Dollar Tree. These are the maple leaves, and I'm just tucking them in, randomly. I'm just adding a little fall touch by adding the leaves, and I'm just like I said, randomly placing them inside, and again, I'm picking up all the Excelsior that's fallen off and sort of placing it again to fill in gaps and things like that. And again, there's a leaf. And I didn't want too many, but I did want a little fall touch. Again, it's a farmhouse DIY. Even though I am so over farmhouse, I am just jumping on the bandwagon with everybody else doing farmhouse DIYs. I may use these in my fall decor, but again, I'm doing this for, video purposes or whatever. But I thought this would be a cute something that you guys could try. The ones of you that have the farmhouse decor going. I do have a little bit of farmhouse, but like I said, I'm so over farmhouse. Okay, and there we are. So now what I'm gonna do is take the garden picks. I got these years ago, literally in a grab bag from Michael's, and I just did not know what to do with them. They are laser cut garden picks, and I'm just gonna write pine cones, 5 cents on the pick with a Sharpie. I'm writing pine cones in black, and then I'm gonna put the 5 cent in a red color. And this marker is actually from Dollar Tree. It's the dual-ended markers that they had a little while ago. Some Dollar Trees still have them, but I ended up buying every color that they had, and they work really, really nice. And so right now what I'm going to do is find that piece of foam and just stick the pick into it, and that worked out perfectly. And there you go. There's a little display of pine cones. So let's move into the next one. I'm just repeating the same process. I put a piece of foam and the paper down in the bottom as filler, putting the Excelsior on top and spreading it out. And now I'm going to use some of the apples that I used when I did the floating apple DIY earlier. And I'll post a link to that video below. But I got tons of these apples, y'all. When I tell you I have an overload of these faux apples. So I'm trying to find stuff to do with them. But I ended up using 2 of these little bags. And I'm just placing them again in the container. And I'm gonna, fill it in as best I can. And they're so cute. They're the cutest little things. They're really realistic. They're sort of like little mini, I won't say crab apples, but they're kind of cute. I don't know what to call them, but they're just little mini apples. And so I'm just sort of placing them in, making it look as though it's really full. And then I'm going to spread some of the Excelsior, or pull it between the apples, I guess, to just, like I say, fill in the gaps. And make it look as though it's a full container of apples. And I ended up using about a bag and a half of the Excelsior from Dollar Tree for all 3 of these. So a little bit goes a long way. And now I'm going to add some of the fall leaves to this as well. Now I'm going to fill out this garden pick, and I'm gonna put apples in black with the black Sharpie and the 5 cents with the red marker. At first I wanted to make a label to put on the side of the container, but then I was like, I kind of want to be able to reuse and repurpose these. So I forgot that I had the picks, and I came across the picks looking through my stash for something else and found those. So they came in handy for this DIY. I'm again repeating the process, and we're going to do this final one using pears. I got these pears from Target on clearance a couple years ago. These little pears are actually bowl fillers or container fillers. It came in a plastic box. You're supposed to pour them in a container or whatever, and maybe do floral arrangements or something like that with them, but they're so realistic looking. I've just used them in fruit bowl displays and things like that. So here again, I'm going to use them for some fall decor. So they worked out really good. I've used these a lot in my home decor, so as you can see, I keep them in a little plastic bag. So yeah, I'm just spreading them out, doing the same thing I did with the apples and pine cones. And here again, I'm adding some of the fall leaves. And I really like how this little DIY turned out. Again, I'm trying to get away from the farmhouse, but these are so adorable. And I was thinking about maybe using these on the hutch in my kitchen. I actually use the hutch for basically storing all my cookbooks that I use on a regular, but I may kind of rearrange and put these in there. I'm not sure, but you know, again, farmhouse, Lord knows I'm tired of seeing farmhouse, but hey, it is what it is. So here I am again, filling out the garden pick and writing in the price, and then I'm gonna find that little piece of foam in there and stick it in, and we are done. So here they are, all photographed. I love how these turned out. I really, really do. Like I said, this was a random sort of DIY that just came to mind. So yeah, right now they're on a sofa table in my theater room. I just wanted somewhere to put them so I could actually film the final result. But again, I'm thinking about putting them in my kitchen on the hutch, maybe. But yeah, if you liked this DIY, this fall farmhouse DIY, give me a thumbs up. Tell me what you think about it. If you're going to try it, down in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I have a whole bunch of fall DIYs planned. So stick around so you can see what's coming. And I guess that's gonna do it. So until my next video, I will see y'all then. Bye.